We all know that it can be really hard on children when parental relationships fail. Then, when you add new partners into the mix, a child's world can be turned upside down. For the lucky children, the addition of a new partner or other significant adult can be a positive thing, providing added stability, structure, and a sense of security in their lives. But at the same time, we've seen where the addition of a new adult in a child's life can be something that ends badly for a child. There are far too many cases where adults have been introduced into a child's life and have had the capacity to impact on that child's well-being in a negative way. The list of children who have lost their lives because an unrelated adult has been given unsupervised access is staggering. All these children have been failed in some way by those who should have put their protection above all else. I've already spoken about the many failures in Madeline Soto's case, and I'll add the link for my Madeline Soto playlist in the description for this video. In today's video, I want to focus on something different, something which I believe Australia has done well, and something which I think should be accessible for children worldwide. In my previous video, I spoke about the Kids Helpline which exists here in Australia. It's a government-funded initiative which operates nationwide. It's free and confidential, and not only has it been well promoted, but children can access pocket-sized cards at their schools with the number printed on them, as well as other promotional materials. When I made my last video, I mentioned this. However, afterwards, having decided to look a little further into the Kids Helpline, I discovered that there is so much more available than simply a number to call, and wanted to share what I found. The resources available on the Kids Helpline are really impressive. The website has in fact been created not just for children, but for schools, for teachers, for parents, for any adults that have any care over a child. The printable resources are more than just the cards with phone numbers on them, but the website itself has so much. Here we have the opening page. You can see that there are tabs up the top which cater to specific age groups and parents, and there's also a button with a phone symbol on it and a chat symbol. So straight up on the home page, children can, if need, make a phone call from that page or chat quietly with someone online. Then you've got topics, so many. There are tabs to click on for bullying, anxiety, and the one that YouTube won't let me say, which will take you to further resources to help you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. If you scroll down, there's so many more resources which cover so many things: self-image, mental health issues. There's a chat room for 12 to 25-year-olds. You can go further down. There's things about helping children to deal with self-harm. So many different things that they can get help with. Then they've also got this one, stories from other young people or videos. It's a bright web page, easy to navigate, and it's broken up into age groups so that it's easy enough for people to find what they're looking for, what's relevant to them. For schools, there's resources available that can be used in the classroom. Teachers can go in and look at the website. They can search for relevant topics, or they can scroll through video collections, for example, videos about anxiety. There are online learning sessions that are interactive and age appropriate. and there's multiple classroom resources which are aimed at different age groups. This is all so readily available for teachers and schools that it would be possible to run a program within schools which help kids to learn how to access the helpline and teach them what's available on the helpline. While it is an Australian government initiative, as you saw there are also state governments who've added funding to it. Here, there's a tab for parents and carers. There's a survey. There's a section for families. They've got resources about COVID, family stress. There's possibility to talk to other parents. There's a parent line even, which I didn't know there was. There's another section on children's rights, which I think is important. Some parents forget that. As you can see, they cover so many different topics. And these cater for different age groups. Kids go through different things at different ages. Cyberbullying, huge one. Respectful relationships. And then some of the issues which impact greatly on teenagers these days. And you're probably wondering if it gets to anything about SA when it comes to kids. And yes, it does get to that. But I did want to scroll through all the other things that are here in the Kids Helpline. Honestly, there are so many things here that are so helpful. But now let's have a look at the section that I was getting to when we're talking about disclosures of AB. This website lays it out really clearly. It has tips for adults, for if someone discloses something to them. It explains the things that they need to know, how they should respond, as well as resources that they can access. It also has highlighted boxes to make sure that the message really gets across. It makes some really good points about what the child might be experiencing mentally and emotionally, which I think is really important for adults to understand when faced with dealing with a situation like that. I'm going to add the link for this web page in the description of my video. Hopefully it's not blocked for people outside of Australia, because I highly recommend going in and having a look. If there are children in your life and you can access this website, it might be worth showing it to them, sharing it with them. So what if it's funded by Australian government? If it's possible for children elsewhere to access it, why not? What if it can save one life? I do think it'd be great to see something like this in countries all around the world. Obviously, having limited funding, while it's being set up for Australian children, it could put extra pressure on it for our children from other countries to try and access help. And the helpline's not going to be much use to them, but the chat section should be. But imagine having this available in every country for every child. It really is a resource that we need. And we really need to think hard about things, strategies like this, that can be put in place to help protect our children and to give them the support they need.